Bum Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Kup Goodle. I'm a sentient cup of noodles. Today we're going to be playing Castlevania 3, the third game in the Castlevania series. Hooray! Hi Chamomile, how you feeling today? I'm so glad to see you again. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, the background music, the loading screen music, that was stuck in my head before I recorded it. Like that, when you come up with a tune and it gets stuck in your own head, you know it's good. Because I was like, for like a month before I recorded that, I was just singing it in my own head constantly, and I could not get it out of my head. And it was just like every time I was just walking around my room, I was just in my kitchen, I was just be like, and I find myself like snapping along, and I just could not get it out. I was just like, okay, I need to use this. I need to use the song. It's got to be like the loading screen or something, because it was, since I knew that since it was stuck in my head constantly, that it would get stuck in other people's heads constantly, and so yeah, like I used it so much. And the coolest thing is, both the good and bad thing. The bad thing is that I find myself using that same chord progression and something close to the melody so often when I try to write other songs. If my brain naturally leads back to that melody and chord progression as I'm trying to write like other songs. I'll be like, oh, this is a cool. I've fallen into something cool that works, and then like after 10 seconds I realize, wait a minute, this is just the loading screen animation. This is just that thing again, which I have called Sweet Thing. Like the name for the background music on the loading animation is called Sweet Thing. Secondly, Sweet Thing 225, I believe, is the full title, Sweet Thing 225, because I think it was at when I was originally recording it, I think it was at 225 beats per minute. But I can't remember exactly. It might be a different number. But yeah, it was, because I had like Sweet Thing. It's because the reason why it was called Sweet Thing is because I was originally calling it Swing Theme. It is a swing theme song. And it's like, okay, this is the swing theme for the channel. And I was just like, well, I can't just call it Swing Theme, because what if I have another swing theme? It's got to be a different name. So it's like, well, swing theme sounds like Sweet Thing, and so I just changed the words to Sweet Thing. It's a nifty progression though. I need to get back to comp. There's so many scrapped songs though. I have so many half-finished songs, so many songs that I think of a cool chord progression, a cool melody, and then never record or never complete, like never add a starting or ending. Although luckily with a lot of the one cool thing is that I come up with a lot of cool chord progressions that kind of work on repetition, but don't really make full-fledged songs, don't really make full-fledged pieces that have like a, you know, start and end. And like, you know, if I try to come up with like a bridge or something, it wouldn't work for. Luckily for the channel here, looping like musical chord progressions work great as like background music. And so if I just have like a simple chord progression or a simple melody that's like, you know, 30 seconds or a minute long, if it works as a loop, then I can just record it and have it as background music. If there are lyrics to it, then I might not be able to use it for background music, but the channel at least provides a lot of use for stuff like that. If you like certain other like games or activities, like if you play tabletop games, or if you need background music, or if you want like, you know, work music or something, then coming up with like short, just looping, you know, phrases is actually fairly useful for that, because you can just record that little looping phrase and that just becomes the background music. That just becomes, hey, let me just put this on while I work. Hey, let me put this on while we have our, like, you know, tabletop game, or while I'm hanging out with a friend or something. But yeah, the nice thing about Sweet Thing 225 is that it works also, like, I have sung it to myself at different tempos, and it works in every tempo, and it changes genre slightly as you do different tempos, because you can do it slower and it becomes more like crooning, like, you know, 1930s female jazz singer style. And you can like slow it down really, really far, and it becomes like really smooth, like, you know, jazz, really like lounge music, and it works very, very nicely in like pretty much any sort of tempo. For Sneaky Heights, exactly. Like bum na la dum ba da 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 bum ba da 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 do na do down bum wa wa na bum ba wa wa na wa ba da da na wa 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 na bum bum ba wa bum ba ba na wa wa ba na wa do ba da na na bum ba na ba ba da na na ba ba na do na bum ba ba do da ba ba do da ba da ma na bum ba da ba ba do ba ba da ba ba do da na ba do ba ba da ba do ba do ba bum ba da na bum ba na bum ba da bum ba da. So it kind of just like changes the feel of it and the vibe of it, but it works at so many different genres that on one of these days I kind of want to like have a rotating, or depending on the vibe that I want to go for in the on the video that day, like have the faster one, have the slower one, have like a mid-tempo one, and just sort of switch around them as I go. I want to have like a huge collection of background music. Right now I have 3 or 4 different background musics I can use right here on the channel, as well as that loading animation and the ending animation have their background music. And I want to have like just a rotatable library of a whole bunch of them. And then if I wanted to, I could put them all up somewhere and let people download them. The cup motif. The cup motif. The now load motif. But yeah, today we're going to be playing Castlevania 3. You've played through these games? Have you played through old Castlevania games, Chamomile? Or do you like some of the newer games in the series? Game Boy Advance or PlayStation era games? Because I have played the NES and Super NES games. Forgot about stream again. I missed some time. Well, yeah, it can be tough as nails, which absolutely, I agree very much. Welcome Waguga Senior. So you didn't miss it, don't worry. Like I post the video, reserve the videos just like a short time, just like an hour or two before I usually go live, because I'm never quite sure like what the exact start time is going to be until like an hour or two before. Cat profile pic. The cat profile pic. We love it. We love to see it. I'm never sure what the exact start time of my streams is going to be. It's like sometime Thursday afternoon. Don't exactly know. And I only know once I like wake up that day and see what how long my schedule is going to last, and then you can go like, okay, so I probably need this much time to like draw a thumbnail and stuff, so let's start at around 3:30. And was a little late today, but but don't worry, you didn't miss it. We're not yet started. So Castlevania, let's go, hold on one second, let's get our game stream up and start getting started. Castlevania 1, 2, 3, 4, or at least 1, 3, and 4. The early era NES games, and then 4 on the Super Nintendo. I've played through those games before, and 3 was absolutely hard as shit. Like number 1 is pretty hard. Number 3 is unforgiving. number 3 is unfair. Number 3, the player like goes up to Konami and with a little stack of quarters and being like, "May I play your video game?" And Konami just looks down and is just like, "This isn't going to be fun for you." And you're like, "Oh, it's okay." And then Konami fucking shoves that kid in the dirt and steps on him and just be like, "You like this video game now?" He's like, "Yes, sir. I'm sorry." And they just bully the player for wanting to play their video game. There are some platforms and sections in this game that I'm just like, what the fuck, you guys? What the fuck are we doing here? What, so you just want players to die? Luckily, though, on this Switch version, of course, we can cheat a little bit by using save scumming and just like we can save and load at the beginning of certain sections and not be super reliant on restarting entire sections of the game. And so we're going to use that to our advantage because old video games were so unfair that we need a little bit of advantage sometimes, or at least for convenience sake, so that it doesn't take us 5 streams to beat a thing. You're eating these weird gummy orange slices. They are very sticky and sticking to my teeth. Like I don't really like really sticky gummies. I like chewy gummies, you know, like gummy bear style gummies, or like gummy shark or gummy frog style gummies, as opposed to the ones like Swedish fish that are really sticky and kind of stick to your teeth a little bit more. But that might just be because my mom always had like Haribo. Haribo macht Kinder froh. Haribo makes children happy. Gummies whenever we were kids. Yeah, they do. That's good. That's excellent. So, Castlevania. Let's go. I have not played any Castlevanias past 4. Like, I have not played any of the Castlevanias that actually that are actually Metroidvanias. like Metroidvanias are named for Metroid games and Castlevania games because they were early examples of that style of gameplay. But Castlevania wasn't a Metroidvania until Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation. And I have only ever played the pre-PlayStation Castlevanias, 1 through 4, 1, 3, and 4. And so I've never played one of the Castlevanias that is actually a Metroidvania game. I've never played Symphony of the Night or Beyond. I've never played any of the Game Boy Advance ones or any of the more recent ones. And so, like, these right now, I'm replaying games I've played before, like once or twice. I'm not super familiar with them, but I've replayed them once or twice. And then, like, once we start Symphony of the Night and the Game Boy Advance games, those will be brand new experiences for me, but they will also probably be, like, I love Metroidvanias, so they're going to, I think, be my favorites. Like, as soon as we get there, it's going to be, like, perfect for me. I mean, I like platformers in general, so like these old games, like being difficult platformers, that's already right up my alley. That's already in my wheelhouse. But it could be even better, and it will be eventually. I want to play through the majority of the Castlevania series. I won't play some games. Like, I'm not going to play Castlevania 2 because Castlevania 2 is weird and different than the rest of the series. Chamomile, have you played Castlevania 2? And is it as weird? Did you find it as weird and like different and sort of difficult to parse as other people have? You have this essay you have to do for school that's due until March 3rd. Don't want to start it because I don't feel like it. What's the topic on Islam? Oh, you mentioned, is this the same essay that you were talking about before? That is like the topic of did Islam grow so quickly, and why has it grown so quickly? Why has it been the fastest growing religion? And like, what are the possible reasons for that? Or is this a different essay than that one? Let's see. Chamomile. At least it at least start. Oh, you're talking about the essay. At least start research and note taking. I haven't, but I played 1 and 3. So you're kind of similar to me. You probably heard that, or maybe for the same reason, because I heard everything about Castlevania 2. How it was like NPCs will say things that make no sense or that kind of lead you astray. It's like a different, side-scrolling type of adventure. And it's very weird and difficult to parse and not a Castlevania experience. I'm just like, oh, well, I'll just skip that one. I don't really need to play that one then. And so I just played 1, 3, and 4. All on this Castlevania collection here on the Switch. Well, let's get that background music up nice and loud, shall we? This background music deserves to be noticed. This is not original background music, though. This is new for the collection. I've started one of the body paragraphs, and that's it. I still need 4 more, and I've already gotten so much suggestions for it. They're watching, and I'm gonna be watching and drying dishes. Yeah, and if you need to leave to cook some food or eat or clean some dishes or anything, feel free to. Yeah, that's the original soundtrack. Yeah, but we're going to Dracula's Curse. Castlevania 3 Dracula's. Okay, this one I remember laughing at the intro a whole bunch. So Castlevania 1, it is Simon Belmont taking on Dracula in taking on Dracula in his castle called Castlevania. And then this one is 100 years. Oh, this is 100 years before Simon Belmont. This is apparently like, a prequel to Castlevania 1. This is Trevor Belmont, who is probably supposed to be like one of the first Belmonts in the line. So here we go. Dracula's Curse. Very cool. Trevor, my beloved. During 15th century Europe, there lived a person named Dracula. That was Vlad the Impaler. He practiced sorcery in order to create a bad world filled with evil. That looks like coil, filled with coil. A bad world filled with evil. He began taking over the continent of Europe, changing countries from good to bad. the good people of Europe tried to fight off Dracula, but no one was able to survive. Finally, the Belmont family was summoned to battle Dracula's vile forces. The Belmont family has a long history of fighting Coil. The townspeople became afraid of the Belmonts' superhuman power and asked them to leave the country. Fortunately, the people found a mighty Belmont called Trevor. This sounds like it's through Google Translate, which didn't exist back then. The curse of Dracula has begun. The fate of Europe lies with Trevor. Lies with Trior. The font is very funny. That is a lot of Castlevania games, and so many of them are just spin-off. Whoop. All right. Opening password. I don't even see a way to switch to password. Enter my name. Goodle. We need to increase the... Yeah. Yeah. Do. They know that's the best song. We need to, hold on. We need to increase the display. We've got original like that, but it would have black bars. We've got pixel perfect there. We've got 16 by 9. What are you guys thinking? Should we fill the area? Should we have original? I feel like we'll probably just fill the space and generally just have it stretched to widescreen. Cause that'll be fine. We'll go 16 by 9. And we can save if we want to. Yeah, let's go widescreen. Overrun and save data. Previous data will be erased. Oop. Save replay. Current playthrough. Display settings. Manual. Controls. Game reset. Load. Alright. So we have a single save setting. We have a single save slot that we can use. We got it. Let's go down to 18.7. Can you not die much? I think I've used half of my death. Oh, Wagugas. Wagugas, you are going to run out of them in this game. You're going to need to work double time in this game. This game is nothing but dying and retrying. All right, let me actually turn it back up again. I turned it down a little bit, but we can turn it back up again. I have not made any in like 2 months. This will be the time when you feel the need to make a few more. Let's do 16.9a. Is the whip still called Vampire Killer in this one? All right, we still drop like bricks downstairs. And this game has an interesting mechanic or an interesting feature. It has a character switch. You can choose between one of two characters. You can choose to play as Trevor or another playable character that you eventually get. but you will recruit several. You can recruit like one of several NPCs, or like to become playable characters. One of them is Alucard, yeah, and other ones are characters like Grant, who's like a pirate, and he can climb on walls, I think. And then the other is Sypha, a like sorceress who can cast spells from afar. And we're going to try to get Alucard, who can turn into a bat and fly around. That's super useful. I remember the first time I played, I got Sypha and Grant, but I did not get Alucard. I think Alucard is like slightly more difficult to find. Like you have to go... You have to like go somewhere. Like to a hidden little alcove or something to find him, but I can't remember. But yikes. Yikes. There we go. Is there anything over here? No? Okay. Alright. We are used to it. So these, I feel like this, that is a good little like training area right there. Those little platforms are going to get us so much. Alright, I'm gonna come back. See you later. Bye. See you. Alright, see you soon, Woogus. Those platforms right there. Ah, shit. Yeah, if we get hit into them by, like, a Medusa, then they will, knock us down. We have a slight second to do it, but those are going to kill us so many times. Alright, we save every time we go through a door. That's the rule. Oh shit. No. I kind of want the, holy water. Holy water is pretty useful. Pretty strong. Alright, let's go. No deaths so far, but we're only on half health. And you gotta worry about time sometimes. Ah, shit, these motherfuckers. There we go. Yay, wall turkey! Some wall chicken, delicious. Gosh, these motherfuckers. Can I still beat their... Yeah, cool, I can still hit their fireballs and not take damage from them if you aim it correctly. Alright, we're looking good, we're looking good, we're looking good so far. We're experts, we're gaming experts. This is the starter level. And we are not going to be gaming experts later on. That is the enemy. This is not the boss. This is, looks like the boss. That is the boss, yeah. Hell yeah, holy water. Hell yeah, holy water. Do your magic. The Minotaur skeleton. Easy peasy. Easy first boss. Thanks for playing best game. You love this game too? Castlevania in general or Castlevania 3 specifically? Oh, okay. Okay, this is where I missed Alucard at some point. We have to choose our paths, and depending on which path we choose, like throughout the game, we can find certain allies, and we miss other certain allies. And so I can't remember where we want to get Alucard. That's the goal of this game, so that we can see our fan favorite boy. So let me see. Let me just check a guide. Castlevania 3 recruit Alucard. And let's see. Let's make sure we're going on the right path to make sure we do it. I'm currently on 3. When you're on the forest level, the path split halfway through. If you take the top path, you go to the pirate ship in Siffa. Take the bottom path, you go to the swamp and eventually the Alucard. Because Siffa's path is generally regarded as considerably easier than Alucard's path. When you play this game again, take a different fork in the road. Or maybe should we do both paths? Should we just stream like the game with one path with Siffa, and then stream the next path with Alucard? Maybe we get everything. It's a short enough game that probably should be fine to stream both of them. Although that might depend on how much I die. That might depend on how much I die. Maybe we should go for both of them. So what I want to see what the different split paths we might be able to pathways characters. We might be able to like do all the pathways. Shortcuts at the end of the main guide is nice if you want trophies. Intertwined fates. Take the lower. So for Siffa, we take the lower path in the first choice. Take the upper path in the second choice. Alucard, take the lower path in the first choice. Take the lower path in the second choice. About Alucard, there will be a third fork. The upper path is easier. The lower path is more challenging. Both eventually go to the same place. Trevor only. Vampire is all I need. Take the lower path the first choice. Then you have a choice in the second fork. Upper path is more platforming and jumping. Lower path is more combat and spikes. Do you prefer to play? Grant, this is the only time you need to take the upper path first choice. Grant, you will make your way to the main path. Okay. Gotta tell you, there's one posted on my sister's Facebook post. Go ahead and let me know. Alright, so if we go upwards here, we get Grant, the pirate who can climb on walls. After meeting Grant, you will make your way to the main path and block 3-2 and continue the same choice as described in the Trevor section. The upper path. Probably the easier thanks to Grant's jumping ability. Either path will pass another. Remember not to trade Grant away. So, if we want to, we could play the upper path, which will be Grant, and then we could play through the lower path, which is Siffa, and then play through the lower path again, which is Alucard. That would be 3 different playthroughs, though. And that I think that's okay. Should we go for the hardest first, Alucard? Have you died? No, we have not died yet. So we're good so far, but there are different pathways we can take in this game. We're trying to decide which pathway to take. And since we have you 3 right now in the chat, I'd actually like your guys' opinions. Should we go for the... I feel like maybe should we go for the slightly easier paths first, and get Grant, and then like replay the game for the harder pathways and eventually get Alucard last. The famous character Alucard, the fan favorite that everyone loves. Dampier half vampire, son of Dracula. who can turn into a bat, and save him for last and like play the game several times so that we get Alucard last? Or should we go through Alucard first because maybe we're not sure if we want to replay the games? Like maybe if we only want to play the game once, then we go for Alucard, the hardest pathway, first. So we've got Camille, you say go easy and then hard, work up to it. Lucas, you're saying go hardest first and then go to heaven. So go hardest and then go easier. So Space, we might need a tiebreaker here. Space, could you share your opinion? Should we get Alucard first and then like play the other pathways after that? Or should we save Alucard for last, like play through easier pathways and then save Alucard for last? You want to see my husband? Sure. Personally, go easy first and then get him last. But husband, but husband. Alucard. Oh, just give me your final answer, Space. Because I forget. Do you want to play this again? I'm perfectly fine playing it again. I kind of forget how long it is. I kind of forget if it's how long of how many like streams I would need to do. I will get very good at it by the end. Castle, okay, get him last. All right, we've got 2 for get him last, so we're going to get Grant first, and we're going to do Sypha next, and then Alucard. Castlevania 3, how long to play? How long to beat? Let's see how most people do. Most people do about 4 or 5 hours to beat it. So that could be 2 sessions and we might be able to rush through it in a single one. So all right, yeah, we will do like, you know, a few different playthroughs of this. We're gonna go up first. And this will give us not Alucard, but Grant, I believe a pirate character who can like climb on walls, I think is his thing. So that's going to be the character that we go for today. I think this is the character that I originally did when beating the game. So is that the hard route or easy? This is the easier route. And so we're going easy first, or at least I think it's easier with Grant than it is with Alucard's section, I believe, is considered harder. Alright, we got the time stop, which is really nice. Grant is in Judgment, and he has good design, but Judgment is bad game. What system is Judgment on? Also, this section right here, you got to be careful because you cannot fall off these platforms. The ground underneath like disappears underneath us. And if we fall down below, it kills us. There's a Wii Castlevania game? Man, we got the really good time stop, but we do not have very many hearts. Ah, well, okay, that's still pretty... I was holding up. I was absolutely holding up. I call that bullshit. That's one death, Woogugus. Terrible. It's a fighting game. Fighting game? You're not the biggest bird. I want to be the biggest bird. I want to be. There we go. Boing. Does anyone does this game have a known composer, or is it just Capcom or like Konami sound team? Because a lot of old Capcom and Konami games and stuff, like, they didn't allow composers to have their names known so that people couldn't poach them, like other companies couldn't poach them. So they didn't give composers credit. So what character are you playing as? This is Trevor Belmont, who I believe is one of the earliest of the Belmont family, who are famously like the protagonists of a lot of Castlevania games and have a long history of fighting and defeating Dracula. You go through a bunch of Castlevania characters like standard Tekken fights or Soul Calibur, and it's ridiculously hard. I don't know how anyone ever beat it. So yeah, this is Trevor Belmont, and Trevor's whip, this like chain whip that a bunch of the Belmonts use, I believe is named Vampire Killer, and that is the name of it. That might only have been Simon's, but I believe that is the common name for the whip weapon. Now the one hard thing about this game and some early Castlevania games is it's very difficult to tell things like this, whether you can stand on it or not. Sometimes it's hard to tell what is part of the foreground, what's part of the background. Like those little pillars underneath, can I stand on those? Who knows? Like, who knows? All right, we went through a door, we're gonna save. We try to save every time we go through a door. Sometimes that isn't the best policy. Also, we pressed start, but the background is still continuing to move. That's super cool. I like that a whole lot. It did the little pause jingle. It stopped the music, it stopped the time, but the background is still continuing. That's super cool, and I like that. I've been wanting to stream my favorite Castlevania game for a while. Which one? Symphony of the Night? One of the Game Boy Advance ones? Whoops. Gotta wait a little bit longer next time. Woo. So how much have you seen of Castlevania? Played or seen? Wugugus, have you ever seen anyone play one or played one yourself? No, I don't want the act. I want this one. So we got a couple of Castlevania fans here in the chat. I want to know how familiar you are with it too. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I saw that coming. Can't worry about what's up there. There's an Arisara, Donasara, but Soma is a very fun character to play as. I've barely heard about Castlevania. I've never played it either. This is one of the old school, really difficult ones. And then it kind of changed. Shit. It kind of changed genres partway through the partway through the series into the more exploration, like backtracking of that a lot of people know it as now. The hearts that we've been getting, these early games are a little confusing because the hearts that should have seen that coming. We can continue from the start of this level, that's fine. The hearts that you gather here are not HP, they are item usages. Our HP is at the top left, and the hearts we collect are in the top right. And every time we use one of our items, like our daggers or this time stop thing that we have, it just uses some of our hearts. You regain HP by collecting wall chicken, like literally chicken or turkey you find in the wall. Let me see what you guys have been saying. Castlevania 64, you get 3 characters to choose as because they put out a remaster of the game like less than a year after it came out, which let you play as a werewolf. Trevor was never here. What are you talking about? What? Trevor was never here. Trevor died 100 years ago. But so here's Cornell, the werewolf, Reinhardt, and there's Carrie. Do you know how old Carrie is, Kup? 14? There's a girl in exploring a giant castle trying to stop it. 14. I'm guessing 14. No, 13. Or she looks 13 and she's actually 1,000 years old. There's those two options. She's 12. Oh, I was so close. I even reduced it from 14 to 13. I was like, should I reduce it even more? No. So 12 years old. I was like, she's either going to be a young, like preteen, or she's going to be a 1,000-year-old vampire who looks 12. And there's only those options. Alright, whoop. We're good. We've got a lot of stuff. I don't know if Carrie is related to Sifa or if they're part of the same clan. I don't know how their clan works 100%. Yeah, neither do I, because I only know Sifa from this game, and I don't think it explains too much. Whee! Alright, we've got through this. We have 3 lives, so we're good. This is a good time to save, once again. That menu sound is so much louder than the rest of the game, and it hurts my ears whenever I go into the menu. I know Sifa and Yoko from Ariosara have the same last name. Actual. Hello, Actual. We're playing the Castlevania. Yep. Yoink. 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 Alright, we have to somehow get through these Medusas. And they are at the perfect spacing to where the I walk too slowly on these stairs. There we go. I needed to beat at least one of them. Shit. No. All right. Okay, good. Yeah. Ah, dang. All right. Hi, Ash. Welcome. Sticky Hand coming at you. The Sticky Hand. I have lots of opinions on Castlevania. Hey, Space and hey, Woogus. And Chamomile's here, too. We got a lot of Castlevania fans. Actual, are you a Castlevania fan? Have you played any of the previous games? Any of the older games? Kind of same. This one is probably, I think, the hardest of the old games. Ah! No! Damn it, I instinctually got it, and I didn't want it. Ah, well. Shit. These Medusas are badly spaced. Ah! Oh, fuck. Oh, that sucks. Ah, shit. That sucks, too. Let's reload our save. We'll restart once the save data has been loaded. Do you want to proceed? There we go. I've actually never played, despite loving Metroidvania games. Well, these old ones aren't even Metroidvania games. I mean, I know this is an old game, but couldn't they make multiple soundtracks instead of just repeating over and over again? It changes level by level. There's actually like 30 songs in this game, so it just changes with each level. This one is not the same soundtrack that we heard in the previous one. Smells like you farted. No, even if my gameplay is stinky. Nah, memory was crucial. Cotton 4K. Cotton 4. Yeah, that death was Cotton 4K. Yeah, the soundtrack changes level by level. Oh wait. There we go. And so, like, I looked up the OST to this game, and there's about 30 songs in 30 tracks in the soundtrack. Shit. There we go. Ah. That was. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have given myself less platform to work with. Oh no! Oh, that was safe. That was close. Oh shit, that was close too. Oh, thank you. The Medusa helped me. Fuck! Man, I need some wall turkey desperately. Hopefully this little area has some. Wall turkey, hell yeah. Oh, there's an enemy here. This, I think we fight Grant, and then we get Grant. Okay, here are some other Castlevania games I really like. Order of Ecclesia and Symphony of the Night. There's Portrait of Ruin, I think it's called, which isn't terrible, but like the drawing mechanic in those 3DS games is bad. Oh, Mirror of Fate, that's the other. You're just naming every Castlevania game. Is there a Castlevania game besides the Tekken fighting one that you dislike? Give me your hot takes on the Castlevania games you dislike and why you dislike them. Castlevania Fusion, Portrait of Ruin and Mirror of Fate aren't great. I don't love them. You were including them in lists of games you like. Ow. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we just barely managed to beat it. Hate Lords of Shadow, and they weren't in my list of games I like. That was a different sentence where I ignored my previous sentence. Who's that? It's a big gargoyle guy who turns into our pirate friend. What kind of voice should Grant have? My name is Grant. I dreamed I was turned into a ghost. Please take me with you. My family was killed by Dracula. What will you do? Take him with you or leave him behind? Take him with you, of course. Old Boston? My family was killed, eh? Nah, he's a pirate. He's gotta have like an Irishy accent. Well, of course we take him with us. I can help you a lot because I am very fast. I can help you a lot because I am very fast. Yeah! I can help you a lot because I'm very fast. And we can switch between the two of them. I think we can switch between the two of them, I believe. And now we just go backwards. Main reason I hate Lords of Shadow is the boss fighting mechanic. Is that one of the voices from Shantae? It's kind of like my Risky Boots voice. Because it's a QTE, and if you mess up the QTE, the boss gets its health it lost back and you have to retry it. Just saw your stream and I love it. Oh, thank you. Hi, Kev. Have a great slashing time. Thank you, Kelvin. It's more of a whipping time, but you know, we're just splitting hairs here. We're just splitting vampires here. See, I'm more of a whip guy myself. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. Now we gotta go down. Alright, hold on one sec. What is the switch mechanic? There we go. Ow. He can jump real good. That was close. And I think you can climb on walls, but I forget exactly how to. Oh, you just leap at them. Oh shit. So these games normally don't let you survive if you fall down areas like this. Yikes! Like that. And so look, we can climb up on walls. Whoop. And on ceilings? Oh shit, I forgot about that part. You know how pirates can climb on ceilings? It's a normal pirate thing you can do. It's early in the morning here. Almost 8 p.m. here. Thought too fast, chuckle nuts. Oh yeah, it's almost 8, huh? It's really silly though. Name 3 pirates who can climb on ceilings. Grant. End of list. Darn, I probably should have upgraded the whip before switching to Grant. Probably want to keep Trevor here so that he can whip the Medusas. keep going. Ah! Fuck! Gonna have to reload my save eventually. I'm gonna go real quick. I'm gonna be back later. All right. Oh yeah, devil fruit. I believe it. There's some well climbing devil fruit. Oh yeah. I'm sure Kup can walk on ceilings too. I can swing. I can sticky hand on the ceilings and then swing my arms from side to side. Come on, everybody. Let's go do the Mario. Why would he walk when he has a skateboard? It's part of the Kup lore. Pro tip: you're dead. I am dead. That's a very good pro tip. Thank you. Spider Kup does whatever a spider cups. That was close. Ah! Woo. Damn. There we go. Oh shit, no! Ah! Well, if we continue right now, I think we're just starting right here anyway, so we don't really need to save. See, the bad part about this game is that there is no trajectory changing of your jump. Once you start jumping, you can't change your trajectory. I can like wiggle the buttons as much as I want, but once I'm in the air, I can't change it. So you better be right when you first start jumping. And also, you fall like a fucking brick. Bonk. There is no, like, forward momentum as you fall. Bonk. And these steps right here, like, you press down to go downstairs and press up to go upstairs. You can just walk right off the cliff. And it is not going to send you down the stairs. That's the difficulty of old Castlevania games. Woo! You. Like I could, if I just pressed forward instead of down, I would just walk right off of those stairs. Oh, maybe I could. Whoop! Shit! Fuck! That was a good one. That was a good one. Good idea, bad timing. That was pretty good. I'm pleased with that one though. What happened? So I'll show you, but it hopefully won't happen again. Funny you say that when according to the lore, there has to be one universe where Spider Cup exists. Yeah, this is where the double jump became standard in platformers. This is before. Oh yeah, there's no double jump here. There's barely even a good jump. Cup. There was no frog in Fresh Start, the cleaning game I was playing. Not a single frog. That's amazing considering they have so many different animals. Considering that there's like so many different animals in that game for them not to have a frog. Woo. All right, let's. Should we try it from here? Whee! Whoop. It worked. So I tried that, but hit a Medusa as I was jumping, and it sent me right back down to the Shadow Realm, essentially. Ow. This one, we can now use the jumping to our advantage and go whoop down here. But we've got to go all the way backwards through this level now. So I guess we don't really need to replay the game for Grant, because we'll have Grant, and then we can also get Sypha, and then we only really need to replay the game once for for Alucard. NES games do be known for being brutally difficult, and this game is the hardest of the series, in my opinion. Like, it had koalas and deer and ducks and lots of birds and turtles and Arctic foxes and whales and other fish and cats and, like, cows? No frog. Hey, should I take... That's a shame. Should I take level 2 and second level spells just for Pass Without a Trace? It would be... So far, we have not tried to be super stealthy as a party. Definitely not compared to a lot of D&D games. So it might give us an extra option, but at this point, we might not really be focusing too much on stealth. Ah, come on. Ah, shit. Alright, we're fine. I think we're okay. No, every time I press up, I get sent back up the stairs. Let's just drop down from above. Shit, it was perfect, just the worst spacing possible. I guess I didn't save in this section either. Although I did actually save right here with the other things. Tal usually rolls group stealth, so I want to get locate animal or plants, but Tal can already point to things and say that's a plant. And Genevieve has... We don't need to locate beasts or plants too much. We definitely need to locate creatures, and Genevieve has that covered. There we go. Alright. We're looking alright. Woo, whoop. We're looking alright. Yeah. Oop, damn. Alright, we're looking good. And now we just ignore that whole part. Well, we can still collect parts, and then we can just jump back before going down. Now we just drop here. Thunk. I can look at objects, and this is where I make a bad joke about a person being an object. Stop objectifying people. Yeah. Whee! Woo! Oh! Oh, I did not realize. Grant moves forward as he drops. He continues walking forward as he drops. Trevor drops like a brick straight down, but Grant actually moves forward when he drops. So he's just got good hops all around. Whee! Yeah. This is good. All right. There we go. All right. Going down good. Avoiding Medusas. Ah! Ah! All right. Whoa. Yikes! Wall turkey, please. Okay, that was the end of the level. So that was just a little detour path. Look, isn't this awesome soundtrack? I'm just gonna keep on doing this because it pauses the music while we're in pause mode, but this stops the time and lets us keep on doing this forever, and we can still hear the music. Have you died? Yeah, I think like twice. Would Flame Blade get sneak attack? I don't think so, because I don't think it's considered a finesse weapon. Unless maybe it is. Banger beeps and boops. It is the banger beeps and boops. Hold on, I'm gonna also take a drink of 5-hour energy while I do this. We can just keep on doing it. We have wasted only 2 seconds so far. Okay, let's go. Shit. What are these folks gonna be? Yep, owls. These owls are fucking suck. We need a lot of items to take care of those owls. Actually, I'm not 5-hour energy or goblin water. Yeah, that's me. Actually, I'm not in the mood right now to continue. I lost all my energy. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. Wish I could have met longer. That's fine, Walugas. You go and take some rest. You enjoy the rest of your night, and you can check out the VOD, and we'll be doing this more on Tuesdays and Thursdays until we get through Castlevania 3. So you got plenty of time to check out some cool tunes and cool pixel art. So I'll see you next time. I'll probably also be doing Pokemon on Sundays as usual. So have energy like Red Bull? It is an energy drink, yes. But it is a tiny little shot that you take. It's not a whole can of Red Bull. It's a little little shot that you're supposed to like just down this whole big shot. Those guys are always some of the hardest. I don't down the whole shot all at once. I just sip at the 5-hour energy throughout the day. It's about as, it's like the same caffeine as a cup of coffee, but like a lot of other like B vitamin energy blend stuff. We're in desperate need of some wall turkey right now. Oh, maybe we're safe. I think that was just a reset to... No, this is... Alright, if we go here, we're there. If we go here, we're there. Alright. This one, let's see what path this determines. All right, take the lower path of the first choice, take the upper path of the second choice. This is the second choice, I believe. Take the lower path in the first choice, the lower path in the second choice. After picking the Alucard, there will be third fork, So this one, I believe if we go up, we choose Sifa. We get Sifa the, like, magician. And if we go down, we get Alucard. And so, I think our plan is to, and we cannot get both of them, I believe. I believe we get one or the other. And this is not a backtracking section. So I think this playthrough, we're going to get Sifa. And then we're going to replay the game and get Alucard. So, that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go. Well. Let me open up a different window because I have to keep on pausing to read you guys' things. Let me open up the chat in a different window so I don't have to keep on putting back and forth. Let's go! Fucking dies. That's this game to a T, though. This game's just like, haha, you wanted to do something? Fucking funny. Hilarious. All right, there we are. If I pause, will it? Yeah, I'll probably have to keep it going. There we go. All right. Jellies. Game be like, how about no? I really want to tell you what's gonna happen to my Twitch. Scary jellies. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in my Twitch game. What Twitch game? Oh, your Twitch Vampire the Masquerade game. Yeah. There we go. Ah, shit, they're following me. Much simpler. I didn't realize that they would double back. Nice. Wall turkey? No. Without saying what it is, you know the thing I always do in TTRPGs that make party mad? Yes. Like, I'm gonna do it. I got asked to do it. Yikes. Yeah, no! If we continue, where are we? Oh, this is, we're not continuing from here. This is from the very beginning of this level. We're gonna start from here, where we died last time, but that's fine. Huh, he didn't go as low this time. So I had an excuse this time when people got mad at me for. How come sometimes these jellies just explode and sometimes they like burst into little enemies? Hey, you can't change your trajectory. That's not fair. I say to this game that isn't fair. Yeah, and he came back to fuck me. He came back just to say like, hey, fuck you though. Yeah, this enemy. Fuck. These jellies are hard. They spawn. They spawn pretty frequently. This is not that. What is not that kind of? What is not what kind of game? I don't understand which parts of that sentence goes to which parts of what I said. Ah, fuck! He came back. First message didn't send. Shit. I said a bad word. Oops. You gotta put spaces between your bad words. There we go. Oh shit, I should have kept the boomerang. Boomerang would have been way better. Fuck. God damn it. Gotta put myself between. Yes, you do. Honestly, I should just let myself die and then save again. Let's just keep the boomerang. Boomerang would be way better against things. Did it go through? I don't think any opponent ever uses full revive, but when it happens, the player fan base will not. I was thinking in Pokemon how we always spam full heals and revives, but if the opponent even uses one full, everyone loses their mind. Yeah, that is one. Also, how we get to change the Pokemon like that we're using when they switch, but they don't get to do the same thing for us, like when we switch. Damn. Healing games, like, no, that's my job. Should probably just save now, since it is going to be just inconvenient to restart in those areas. There we go. All right, time to save so we don't have to go through that again. Don't opponents switch in Pokemon? Opponents don't really know. No, they don't really switch Pokemon. We're in Final Battle Legend Arceus being annoying because the villain kept switching both. The villains, like the main people, might. Like the champions or the Elite Four and stuff. Volt Switch, yeah, Volt Switch wouldn't count if it's a move that automatically switches you out. Otherwise, most enemies do not. Like your rival and or the Elite Four or champion, they might switch and they might heal their Pokemon once. I think they're allowed to like heal their Pokemon once. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. These stairs are hard to see. Fuck, man, that was a trap. All right, we're at the boss, but I'm gonna keep my previous save because this boss might be hard with this amount of health. All right, I can hit him more than he can hit me. Not too bad of a boss. So far, the bosses have been easier in this game than the first game. The first game's bosses were harder. Also, people not knowing they can actually use more than 2 Pokemon. Yeah. It's Sipha! Thanks for helping me. I'm Sipha, the vampire hunter. I will follow you if you need my help. What will you do? Take him with you. Oh, I thought Sipha was a woman. Or is this just a bad translation? This might be a bad translation. I think most people referred to Sipha as a woman. Yes, she's a woman? Okay, then yeah, this is just a bad translation. 10 out of 10 translation. Yeah, way to go, Konami. You're doing great so far. It's not a bad translation? She's trans? Congratulations on your fuck, I forgot. I was gonna say transformation. It's to keep her identity secret, I think. I think it's just a bad translation. I'm pretty sure this would just be a bad translation. And they might have like made a canon reason or something. It's a legit part of the plot? Are you sure? Is it part of the plot in this game, or is it part of the plot in a different game? Because if it's part of the plot in this game, then fair enough. If it's part of the plot in anything outside of this game, like any sort of other game or any other show or something, then that's just retconning, my guess is. So, Space, do you know where the plot of Sipha hiding her identity comes from? Because I'm curious. I want to know before going on. Part of the plot, quote unquote. I checked the stuff for Dracula's curse, and the booklet also uses male pronouns. The game itself refers to her with male pronouns, leading to an intended initial confusion of Sipha's genders among players. Intended? I don't know. What was the intention? Like, why would they intend to confuse the players? My guess is that you're probably reading a like wiki right now, Calvin. Yeah, going through wiki only. Yeah, I want to know what the intention of confusing the gender, like what the plan was, and when the like plot was being decided, like where was the decision to be like, oh, she's hiding her identity, like where that comes from? Because that was apparently not from the booklet, because that still uses male pronouns. So when did it get revealed? I think in the anime also at one point do the Sipha's male confusion thing. Like when do they reveal that Sipha is a woman? When does it switch? Because right now we have a booklet and a game using male pronouns, and we have a wiki that says that was intended to confuse people, and I don't believe the wiki yet. Sipha is referred to as a male due to technical limitations on the nest. That is, there could only be one program window asking the player if they wish to take a companion with. That's what I assumed. I think it's the end of the game. Interesting. If it's the end of this game, then that is a decent way of getting by technical limitations. Cipher in Castlevania? I don't know. Because my guess was that it was something about translation or the making of the game. Like they forgot. My guess is that, my initial guess was that they simply forgot to switch the screens. That they had one screen and they simply forgot to add a different one. It was like, oh, Grant and Alucard, like, you know, would you like to take him with you? And they simply forgot to switch it. And if it's because of technical limitations or bad translation, that also makes sense. That also, like, falls in line with that. And if they, at the end of this game, like, put a little screen, put a little ending screen that's like, and Sifa, who was actually a woman, turned out, like, went back home, then that was basically them just trying to be like, all right, look, we can't fit this, we can't make a second screen. So what do? Let's just add change a little sentence in the last bit and change that. That would be a decent way of getting over it. But if it's anything other than that, because also like someone mentioned, in Japanese they wouldn't have used pronouns, so they wouldn't have said male or female right now. Like they wouldn't have said man or woman like in the game right here. Doesn't use pronouns often. Exactly. And so my guess is that this was probably something that only happened in English and not in Japanese. Now, the Japanese booklet, if anyone can get their hands on a copy of the Japanese booklet for the game, it might say, like, as a character introduction, oh, Grant, a pirate captain or a pirate someone who does this thing. Like, in Sifa's thing, it might say, like, a mysterious man or a mysterious woman. Like, it might have the word man or woman in a description of the character. You wouldn't use pronouns, but they might say the word man or woman somewhere in there. Because the moment any of y'all say this was an intended thing from the start, I am very skeptical. Like, any implication that this is like an intended gender reveal, an intended like gender hiding from the very beginning, makes me very skeptical. Like, that makes me very skeptical, because there's very little. It seems like that I'm just like, are you sure? Like, this smells like, and of course I do not know, so I could be totally wrong. I do not know any of the background info, but this smells like a mistake that they tried to retcon later. A mistake that they made, and then in future things they try to go, actually it wasn't a mistake, really. It was totally just a totally intentional thing that we tried to do, and we're actually super smart, and we never make mistakes. That's what it smells like to me. And I want some more info so that we can do the smell test, you know, and be like, all right, does it actually seem like they were just kind of bullshitting us? I'm assuming this was done because it was the best way to preserve the surprise at the end of the game, though I suppose it's also technically possible they were not informed of Sifa's gender. Japanese booklet doesn't use gender pronouns. Reading about the ending, I feel like they were going for Samus type reveal. I found booklet. Lore says, due to her cruel destiny, Sifa was raised as a vampire hunter and lived hiding her true identity, her gender, at the end of this game. Okay, interesting. Does the reveal also happen in Japanese? Like, in the English version, it says that. It says, like, you have the English ending, due to her cruel destiny, Sifa was raised as a vampire hunter and lived hiding her true identity. They reveal her gender at the end of this game. Do they reveal her gender at the end of the Japanese game? It is shown thing at the ending of the game, like she takes her cloak off or something. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Then it was intended from the start. Also, should we take Sifa with us? Sifa is not as good as Grant. Should we take her with us? We can only have one of them. Yeah. I'm probably gonna be seeing a whole lot of Yaz. We'll take Sifa with us. We'll get Grant and Sifa in one playthrough. Who you want to date at the end? Well, I would like dating Grant. He can climb on ceilings, but yeah, we're gonna take Sifa with us. I hope a magic spirit will give us the power. Castlevania's dating sim confirmed. And Grant's like, what the fuck am I? Chopped liver? My job is done, so you should go with him for now. Ghost ship. I bet a lot of people would love Castlevania dating sim. I remember this. Oh shit, look at the sprite. Look at the sprite in the top right. Call her at the ending dialogue. Yeah, I don't doubt that in English. I'm more curious about what the Japanese dialogue says. If they use the words like man or woman, or if they just like have her remove her cloak as some sort of reveal. I can't use this thing. There we go. There we go. I will only accept Castlevania dating sim if Shanoa is in it. What game is she from? Hold on one sec. Save. She's the main Karen in Ecclesia. I'm guessing that's Ecclesia. We need her to get a spell. Oh shit. There we go, and now she got fire. Look at that shit. Super strong fire. Yeah, I got. But I think she takes more damage. Damn. I just got wall turkey. And now I'm half health. What was that noise? Damn. Ah! I'm trying to find a Japanese version ending, but they're all written in English despite saying they're the Japanese version. Damn. There's a photo of the end credit text online. probably a bad idea to save there. Ha! Ah, shit. Yeah. 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 I feel like that's a trap going over there. I don't know if I can get back from over there. Look at these snakes. Damn. My animation lasted too long. Yay! Ow! Fuck! Why are you allowed to do that? Alright, we try and find the good spot to be. Alright, we gotta watch out because her fire animation prevents her from ducking. And so we gotta use it at the right time. Damn, and also hope that they don't move forward. I don't think that there's any way to actually, like, be perfectly positioned in this one because... Damn. Because they can change up their trajectory and move forward a little bit. So I don't think there's a way to, like, perfectly plan for this one. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a nice move. Damn. How can you tell whether it's gonna go straight or not? Oh, maybe you need to duck right at the last second? Yeah, you gotta duck at the last second. Damn, I was ducking when he was loading. All right, you duck at the last second. Damn. So when his head turns blue, that's when he's about to do the thing. That's hard though. You kind of have to. But damn, you can't duck underneath it. This is a don't get hit challenge. Too close. All right. Damn, you really gotta be. That's really, it really doesn't give you a lot of time for that one. And you can't even duck underneath it. Well, then what are you supposed to do? If you can't duck underneath that, what are you supposed to do? I need to find it, because there's a way to like get no hits on, you know, like every enemy. But you can't, what the, you can't duck underneath it. What's going on? How can you avoid that if you can't duck underneath it? Can Medusa hit me from... Okay, yeah. So it looked like maybe you have to just go and avoid it. Just jump over the thing. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Alright, let me read what you guys have been saying, because I haven't read what you've been saying for the last couple minutes. In the end, there's a photo of the one to do it. In the Japanese version, we're told the following: due to her cruel destiny, Sifa was raised. Well, that's not correct, unfortunately. Any Japanese version. Well, okay. Does it say that in English, or is that a translation? Because if that's a translation, then the translation added pronouns. It wasn't until she met Trevor did she start to feel at ease. Trevor was also has mutual feelings for her. Trevor and everything. Holy macaroni, found an entire essay explaining it, and yeah, that's apparently a theory. Can I confess one thing? I haven't played Castlevania, and I have no clue who any of the characters are. Only thing I know is Alucard and Dracula. Alucard is Dracula. Alucard is the son of Dracula. I guess move when the Medusa shoots. You know that platformer who does the songs? The performer who does the songs with it? Oh, yeah. Like sings to them and does the beat with it? Oh, yeah. Like, unfortunately, even if you guys are looking up the Japanese ending, if it's then being translated to English, then they are adding their own pronouns. And so I was mostly curious of I was mostly curious if like someone like Space, who recognizes some Japanese characters, if they saw the characters for male or female, man or woman in there. I was less interested in what the Japanese translation was, and more interested in if they used the actual words in Japanese for man or woman. The one-winged angel thing? Yeah, that's how I know him. When I was looking at it in the screen, it was like, will you take him in Japanese? It's just, will you take? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. What about the ending, though? So if his gender in Japanese ever specified until the very end. What does it say at the end? We still do not have all the complete info here. And y'all are my research team right now. Fuck. It did it good that one time. Damn. What is the good thing to do? Damn. All right. I need to look up the strategy for this Medusa boss, because I cannot figure out the way not to get. Every single boss has a strategy for not getting hit. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't tried one thing. Hold on one sec. Okay, no, never mind. Doesn't work. Every single boss has a strategy for not getting hit. And sometimes it's just, oh, you just got to rush them down and hit them before they hit you. But every single boss has a strategy. Castlevania 3. Medusa fight. Medusa boss. No damage. Here we go. So how do we do this? It shows it with Grant, but maybe I should do no damage Sifa. So Grant can crouch underneath. What about Sifa though? All right, this person is playing with Sifa. This person has no... No, goddamn. This person did not have to deal with the petrification. All right, let's check with Trevor. It looks like the way to deal with petrification is to avoid it with the top platform, but you have to kind of know it's coming. Sub boss. Hold on one sec. As if here is normal enemies in the game, according to many, the Greek mythological creature. Gorgon, origins. No, not origins. Appearances. Haunted Castle. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. When the snakes detect his presence, they quickly congregate. Medusa in the previous game posed a little threat, just throwing several holy waters. Yeah, holy waters would be great, but we can't keep holy waters the entire time for us at her. While Morphing can put her down a matter of seconds, even before she has a chance to fight back. This was the first game in the series where Medusa can be seen fighting with a bow and using different stiffened snakes as arrows. Oh, they're stiffened snakes as arrows. That's fun. Player tries to climb platforms on the left side of the screen. She will shoot her snakes in an upward arc direction. This was also the first time you'd use her iconic petrifying gaze. Though instead of a beam like future games, it's a ripple shot. Replace snake. Yes, where do I link? Good question. Because I normally don't. I mean, you might be able to link in YouTube. And I don't think there's any ways to block links in YouTube like there is in Twitch. Not even one pic of the ending written in Japanese. That's very weird. Was the ending not written in Japanese or something? Let me go Medusa boss Sifa. Here's Curse. Boss guide Ness. Medusa. Alright, boss name, Medusa mini boss. Weakness, whip or dagger. So weakness is the whip, so that might be helpful. This is the mini boss on the pirate ship. She's pretty difficult this time around in comparison to her appearance in the original Castlevania. In any case, she has two modes of attacks. One, she shoots snakes out of her bow and arrow, if you will. Then these strike you. They do normal but ample damage to you. The other attack she has is a sonic attack, which when she hits you turns you into stone. Naturally, this fits in nicely with the myth of Medusa. She's simple though. If you have a good amount of energy, run up to her and whip away until she's defeated. If not, stay away and chuck daggers at her from afar and take safety in the upper left-hand corner of the room. While she can still hit you up there with the snakes from her bow, she gives you a little more room to maneuver and jump, etc., making this fight far easier. So you just have to avoid it. That seems pretty difficult. What I miss, this boss is very difficult to do without damage. Showing the credits in English, very weird. Found it, hell yeah. Try to find just an image link, and if you can post the link. Oh, time stop might really help, actually. Oh, hell yeah. I was able to wiggle out of it with Trevor fast enough. So, I might actually... And Trevor was able to take less damage than Sifa, so Trevor can take 2 hits. This is just a little bit easier with Trevor. Let me try and duck good. Did the links go up? Hold on, I didn't see it, I don't think. No, it doesn't look like they went up. There we go. It's kind of impossible to avoid one hit from them. Luckily, Trevor just needs to have enough health. So, let's see. How can you do the links? Are you on? You could DM me on Twitter, Calvin, if you want to DM on Twitter. Or just at me on Twitter if you want. He's around. Let me grab my phone real quick. There we go. Much needed wall tricky. Ah, shit. Also, wait, wait a minute. Kelvin, you don't have Twitter on your PC? You know Twitter's a website, right? Whee! Those fun little sections. This is my main account. It's not. Ah, I see. I think I'll actually keep the save where I was before because it's possible that I will be able to do this with more health the next time. Whew. Scary birds. Scary birds. Good, that was tough. This is one of those areas where, like, if you have Grant, you can get up here. If you don't, you have to go down here. Wasn't really that much harder, though. All right. I'm gonna keep that save in that other area. Who is this now? Ah! Ah! Whoa. That's all right. Let's load from here and try that again. And then once we get to, if we get to the boss with this much health, then we'll save. Whee! Oh boy, all right. All right. I got locked out for trying to say. What do you mean you got locked out? Of Twitter? Twitter, you should be able to send a link. You're telling me I got locked out for suspicious activity just because I sent. What the fuck? The fuck? What the what? Twitter? What? Oh my god! I'm so sorry, Kelvin. What the fuck is that? What the fuck, Twitter? Why the hell? Kelvin, that sucks, and I'm sorry that you did that for this dumb little thing. You don't deserve that, and you were doing it just for my sake. This all started becoming slightly important, so I guess it's okay. Well, I mean, I hope that it's all right. You already got other alts? Okay, well, that's not too bad then. You got other alts. That's a really stupid thing. Like, just for trying to send a link? Like, that's not suspicious. Damn. Damn. He hits me sometimes, but not other times. I am on Discord, but I don't check my Discord too often, nor do I really interact with people on Discord much. Damn. Send on Twitter? Excellent, thank you. I'll check after I'm done with this boss fight. This guy is not getting hurt. This guy's not getting hurt. I'm gonna waste time on this. Oh, that's because it's the barrel. It's the barrel that I need to attack. The hammer area, or the head area. Ah. 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 Ooh, that was close. Ah. Ah, no. Damn. Alright, once we beat this boss, we'll have to end the game. Damn. Damn, these bosses. The random number generator is always really tough to deal with. There we go. Higiga. 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 Ah, I did not mean to jump forward. I meant to jump upwards. That sucks. I wanted to do a cool ending and I fucked myself over by accidental input. I want to just jump up and then do it. That was lame. Woo, that was cool. Higiga. 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 Gamer moment. Yeah, I know, right? Higiga. Ah, shit. That fucking sucks. Shit. Damn, that first mummy sucks. This mummy's a little bit more forgiving. Shit. I failed to jump up the platform. Just focus on whip. Just focus on jumping over him. Yeah. Hugaga. Hugaga. The only reason I'm only hitting him from one side is because the platforms are slightly different areas, slightly different ranges. And the platform on the left, it takes him more time to hit the wall than the platform on the right. And so on the platform on the right, if I try and hit him right here, like he might start his dash a little bit earlier. And so the platform on the left is just a little bit safer to jump off of, and then shit. Once again, I was trying to go forward but failed to. This boss isn't hard, but I can't make any mistakes. And some of this stuff is like random number generator, where the snakes come out, and whether they go high or low. And anything random number generator is hard to deal with because you can't really plan for it too well. Like if you're lucky, it'll just hit the snakes in midair, but that really depends on where the snakes come out, when they come out, in comparison to your knife. It's not really a thing you can plan for like that. They just happened to 3 snakes in a row came out in places where, and at times where my knife did not hit them and could not hit them. We got this. We got this. Ah! Okay, I do like that. Okay, woo boy. I wasn't even paying attention to the time. All right, ooh boy. And then just disappears. All right, that's where we will save. And that is where we will end for tonight. I have half an hour to go prepare for D&D. We are, I think, halfway through the game, or a little bit more than halfway through the game. And we are playing the rest of the playthrough with Sifa. There's no other moments where we can get any other allies. And then once we beat this game, we will replay it from the beginning and get Alucard instead, who can turn into a bat and I think fly around. I think unlimited, but I can't remember if there's a limitation or not. And so we're going to play like twice through the game. We got Grant for a little while and then immediately switched to Sifa when we got her. Tried our hardest to do investigative journalism to discover whether the gender, like, I guess, like, whether the gender profiling or the gender pronoun usage in the original game was a mistake that they then retconned, or whether it was intentional from the beginning. And we have so far, let me read what you guys have been saying so far to catch up. Let's see. Already got that. Oh, it's cool. Send on Twitter. Okay, so yeah, so if it's like afterwards, it's like, I don't know if it's like afterwards it's like, oh, she's female, so they decided to translate it as female, or if I'm missing some obvious female particle. Found the OG Japanese text, so we can look at that too. I was looking at that. It did not help me. It really feels like it was translated based off knowing she's female in the English translation. But I missed something very obviously. I blame Japanese for that. Gamer moment. That was my gamer moment. Hey, why did you bully me yesterday? You talking about me writing spaces of lame-o on my sheet? It's because I knew you couldn't hear me, so I wanted to see you. I wanted you to see it. Poor Grant do be abandoned every time. Honestly, Grant I was probably more useful than Sypha because he can climb on fucking walls and ceilings. And so, I'm of the opinion this was a Samus type moment. I wasn't watching when you did that. Well, you should have been. It was right after you typed something, and so I guess you're just the type of person to type something in chat and then leave. So I don't know. Maybe that's your fault. Anyway, let me check Twitter. What Calvin sent on Twitter. And let me see if there's something here. Let's go. But stop bullying me when I can't hear you. I don't believe. Yeah, you do. You specifically come into the chat and say I'm here to bully you. So I have that on record. Styrofoam cup. Let's see, Calvin. I don't see any. Oh, there we go. Message request. I see it now. All right. Accept. Let's see. どうしますか? So that, yeah, that shows that one right there. And this is the ending translation. 過酷な運命によりヴァンパイアハンターとして育てられて It's a little hard to read the text. It's very pixelated. シファーはこれまで本当のIt's really hard to read some of this thing. I don't know what that next character is. It's both pixelated and like an old game. 隠して What does that say? Is that a kanji or is that a... There are some kanji in here. It's not just hiragana. I see the kanji for onaji down below. But I can't tell what some of these kanji are. It's so pixelated. That's definitely not the kanji for man or woman, though. Something, something. Daga. Rarufu. Rarufu? Ralph? Ni. Meguri ote. Hajimete. Kokoro no. Yasuragi o 覚えるようになっていた。Ralph. Is Ralph like the name of like the Belmont character? Kanji with pixelation, that's the real boss right there. His name is Ralph in Japanese? Okay. Ralph mo mata onaji, what does that say? Onaji sa mochidatta. Itsushika ota, is that ota? Otagai, was that onagai? Onagai no, I guess no, it's not. What is that kanji right there? Hikare, is that what it says? Kare umono ga something maretaite. I have, it's very difficult to tell what this says with the pixelation. There's some simple kanji in there that I can barely even read. Yeah, I do it directly to it. I don't do it when you aren't watching, can't hear. Well, you're missing out on some of the fun. It's okay. Cup can't tell the difference between ban someone and make a poll. Yeah. It's very pixelated, but it's the best I could find. Conjuring is the real boss. Trevor is Ralph in Japanese. So this is very difficult, but it does look like so there is one important thing though in this, and let me link this as well in my own chat. I can probably put a link in my own chat. There you go. So in that image, so Sifa, when we first recruit her in Japanese, it doesn't say I need pronouns, obviously. It just says, do you want to take with? Yes or no. And like take or don't take. And obviously you're not going to know anything about Sifa there. But in this ending screen, it doesn't reference a man or woman at all, but it shows Trevor, in this case Ralph, with his arm around her, and she has long blonde hair. This is a Japanese game in the 1980s that is definitely meant to be assumed that she is a woman at that point. And so, with no reference to... and did you guys say that you saw the booklet as well? Before I continue that statement, did you guys say that you also saw the Japanese booklet? Found it, yeah. And you said there wasn't any reference to male or female in that either. Okay, well, then here's what we know so far. In the Japanese game, you meet Sifa and it is unspecified. And then at the end of the game, we see her long hair and we see that Trevor has his arm around her. So it's sort of like a surprise love interest. It's not necessarily a surprise man and woman. It doesn't really try to claim that she's a man and then surprise us that she's a woman at the end. It just sort of is unspecified. There's just a person in robes. And then at the end, it turns out, ooh, it's a beautiful woman, actually. And she's our love interest. Interesting. So you could call it kind of a gender reveal, but it sort of went from neutral to reveal as opposed to man to reveal. And so the English localization, which of course is still Konami, like it's still Konami, like choosing how to localize the game and like hiring people to localize the game. So it's possible that it was like sometimes localization things are notes from the directors or producers or the Japanese. Like a lot of times if there's like an English name of something and a Japanese name of something, like that will be decided by the company itself. If there are certain like localization decisions, like they might be made by the parent company itself. Whether it was in the 80s, like whether those sorts of decisions, whether that sort of thing would be made about the booklet was from the parent company itself, we don't know. But the English localization decided to, it seemed like decided to have it be a Metroid-like reveal. Since there was in this game, at the very end, like she hid her identity and was and like became a love interest or whatever, and revealed long hair. The English version of the game decided to make it a Metroid reveal, kind of on their own, it seems like. It wasn't a retcon, but it was a decision not from the original game, or at least like not quite from the original game. It was emphasized, that sort of surprise element in the English version. And then they kept it like as part of lore later on. It is very possible that maybe there were some internal notes from Japanese Konami, that there might be like some internal notes that say like, hey, translation team, we don't speak English, so we don't know exactly how you're going to localize this, but here are some notes. This person is called this in Japanese. We want to use this term. We want to use the we use this term that means this. Maybe there was an internal note that says like Sifa is hiding her identity. Like here's some character info. Grant is a pirate who has some little paragraph of backstory. And Sifa has this little backstory. It's possible that there were some internal notes that we never will ever see because they aren't released to the public that just say like Sifa was like hiding her identity is a vampire hunter who's hiding her identity or like hiding the identity in order because of like stuff in backstory, and then the Americans are like, all right, well, based on those notes, hiding her identity would probably mean like even trying to like hide her gender as well, and it might not necessarily be a like absurd decision. Like it was just like, oh well, this just makes sense for the character, but it does at least seem like it was in the original game, but mostly just in the English version. That the English version kind of took a step farther and made this character decision for themselves, or made this accentuated this character decision for themselves, and it stuck. Like it was enough part of the lore that Japanese and English after that were both like, yeah, that's a normal thing. Like she disguised herself as a man. Like we're going with that now. All right, cool. So we've settled that it was not a retcon. I like that. We've settled that it was not a retcon. It's also it's still possible that it was a mistake that they had to make up for. Like it's still very possible that maybe if they didn't have that graphical limitation of the menus or of the options, like it's possible that they had the graphical limitation, they really could just only have one, will you take him with you, yes or no, and they had to kind of work around that a little bit. That's very possible. And they're just like, all right, we only have this one screen, we can't make another one, what do we do? Gotta go to bed. Thanks to Stream KG. All right, see you later, Ash. We're gonna be ending in a few minutes here. And maybe they were just like, all right, so we know she's a vampire hunter, and we know that there's this like little like love interest reveal at the end, and we also know that we only have one screen with him on it. What if we solve this problem by making it a reveal? And there it's like a little clever, like we have this problem, but if we make this little lore thing, it's no longer a problem. And they do a little clever edit to make it now make sense. That one I could also foresee. And that's probably my go-to theory, that they have this problem where they only have one screen and it says him, and they have to like add a tiny little bit of lore in order for it to make sense, and do a pretty good job at it. They as gender neutral pronouns probably weren't common back then, I guess. I mean, they were just as common, they were just as common in like grammatically, but just not for personal identification. This is simply because the script is the same for 3 secondary characters. I think is more to save coding time. I gotta go to bed. Good night, Ash. See you later. Retcon to save coding time. I feel like, but again, it's like less retcon, more just like more like a slight addition. It didn't really change anything. It just slightly added to her backstory to make it to save coding time. Ease of coding. But either way, I've spent 15 minutes talking about this when I didn't really need to. But the game so far, easier this time than it was originally when I first played it, because probably I'm a little bit more used to it, and I'm saving a little bit more liberally. Some bosses have given me a bit of trouble, but that's the point of it. I've been liberally using the save scumming so that I don't have to go through the whole level again and again and again for that. And we're going to do that as we continue going. We don't need this game to be as hard as it needs to be. So thank you all for coming by. I appreciate all y'all being here. I hope you all have a good night, and you will see me again on Twitch and YouTube more over the course of the weekend, I'll be doing some late night Twitch streams as usual, and then doing probably another Sunday Pokemon stream here on YouTube. So, see y'all then. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Love you guys.